What's going on, guys and gals? My name is William Clark, and welcome to a Brony podcast. Now, this podcast is going to be maybe a new series, most likely, because everything else that I've done on this channel is, whatever. I mean, fuck. I do just whatever, so a podcast isn't exactly, wouldn't be any different from what I somewhat do. I like to talk a lot, so I kind of figured, the podcast would be a great idea. Plus, I don't have to do much. I just talk and make a layer, just like an audio layer, and then the visual layer in like video pad editor or some shit. That's the one that I use the most. But this isn't just gonna be about My Little Pony. This will be just about anything that I have on my mind, just whatever I think about. And so let's just get into the fucking the fuck I forgot what it's called already. A podcast, there we go. Let's start with how I became a Brony, how I became a part of the My Little Pony fandom, because I know a lot of you people are probably wondering that. I get some questions on my PSN, on my Facebook, on both my Facebook accounts actually. I have my William Clark account, and I have another account. I'm not gonna say it because I don't want any assholes appearing on there. But I have like two accounts that I use mostly for all this stuff. And so I get a lot of messages and stuff about like, how did you become a Brony? How did you become a part of the fandom? Well, it started one summer afternoon, actually. It's a fucking song in Discord, I know. But, it started on a summer afternoon on a Saturday. I was bored out of my mind, nothing to watch on TV, because I'd either have already seen that particular episode of whatever show, the show didn't seem interesting to me, or I just figured, what the fuck is this shit? Why would anybody want to watch this? Well, I saw My Little Pony Friendship is Magic listed on the TV guide. And good thing it was a marathon, too. So, I think it was like the first season that it started. I was either watching the first season or the second season. I didn't start in the third. But it was a marathon going on. So I think, I'm not positive, but I think season 3 was starting. I'm not sure. But anyways, I watched, I heard a lot of good things about the fandom. I've heard a lot of good things about the show and all that stuff. And prior to this, I've never seen it. Keep this in mind, obviously. I haven't seen any of the previous incarnations of the show, the first generation, second or third. So I don't know a damn thing about ponies, right? So I watched it, right? I've seen the show. I watched it. And then, something weird happened. Something very, very weird happened. I watched another episode. And another weird thing happened. I watched another episode. And another episode. And I watched the whole fucking marathon. The entire marathon that was on. And there you go. That's basically how I became a Brony. Now, what I like about the show is the art style is fucking awesome. The voice actors are spectacular. The colored ponies make things better. They got the Fluttershy going on, Rainbow Dash, Twilight Sparkle, Rarity, Applejack, and Pinkie Pie. All those have awesome colors. Pastel colored ponies is what some people are calling them. And the adventures that they go on, and at the end of the show, the end of the episode, they always had something, or at least they kind of did away with that after season 3. They had something, Dear Princess Celestia, all that good shit, where they learned about friendship and whatever, which I kind of liked at the end of the episodes until, like, season 4. Now, don't get me wrong, I love season 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I love all of the episodes. I love all the show. My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is fucking amazing. Yes, it's not as good as it used to be in the first 3 seasons, but it is amazing. I know I'm gonna get a little bit of flack for that because there are some people that like the newer seasons and the older ones, and there are some people that like the older ones more than the newer ones. I prefer the older ones myself, but I love all the episodes. They're amazing. They're great. Now, I do think some of these things could be written better, but then again, the staff and the writers and producers just blah. I mean, sometimes I don't think they care all that much. I'm not sure. But I just don't think that they do, because they could have made a better story for some of the episodes. So anyways, I started watching My Little Pony during like season 1 or 2, so that's a little bonus intel for you. But the writing at that time was phenomenal. The characters were awesome. The voice acting, like I said. And the overall environment and everything about the show was perfect. The music was awesome. The sound effects that they had for some of the squee. Fluttershy's infamous squee is just so fucking adorable. You have no idea how adorable that is until you've heard it coming from the furball. So, yeah, obviously my favorite character is Fluttershy because, first of all, my channel is named Neko Fluttershy. Second of all, I always say yay for some weird... I don't know why, but I always say yay. Because Fluttershy does it. So why not me? And then, Fluttershy just mews a lot. Hey, don't talk shit. Hey, this is my podcast, Furball. Furballs these days, I swear. So anyways, yeah, I'm a humongous fan of My Little Pony. I probably will be for a while. Okay. Now, call me crazy. I know I am. But some people say that they're going to forever become a Brony. Forever. Even if the show ends tomorrow, and then everybody... until the day that they die, pretty much, that they will become and still be a Brony. Well, I don't know. I don't really think that's true. I'm only 19 and a half, and as far as I'm aware, I have like fucking at least 70 or 80 more years, maybe 90, I don't fucking know, until I die. So, at least I hope. Maybe. I don't know. But that's an awful long time to become a Brony, and some of my friends are in their 20s, some are in their 30s, and some are in, their teens. Some are like 18, 19, all the way basically 13 to 19, pretty much. And so, that's a long ass way to stay a Brony forever. You're gonna have more fandoms to come in. Yeah, they're doing Generation 5, plus they're doing a new movie. But goddamn, that's a long time. So I don't know how many people are actually going to forever become a Brony and stay a Brony. But, because I have seen people come, I've seen people go. I've seen people leave the fandom because I guess some of the hate was too much for them. I've seen things happen. I've seen scandals going on in the community. I've seen people just leave the fandom because of that. I've seen people, leave because they're tired of being called pedophiles and tired of being called this and that, because the non-Bronies don't understand anything about the fandom, don't understand why the show's amazing and whatever. And so I think, people leave because of that, but I've also seen new people come in. I've seen I actually made one or two of my friends into Bronies and Pegasisters, so that's 2 more people as well. I made like 4 people fans of the show and the franchise and whatever. So I think I did pretty fucking well there. But another problem is, what happens when the show ends? A lot of people, they're going to leave because they think that's it. They think it's over. That since it's over, they don't have to do anything anymore. But that's not right, in my opinion. Yeah, inevitably, people are going to forget about the show. People are, it's not going to be, it's not going to be fucking it's not going to be for a while. think about it like Star Trek or Star Wars. Back in the 70s and 80s, you had your original fans, and there are still original fans of the show, even though Star Trek is pretty much done with. You know, the original, back in the day Star Trek, back in the day Star Wars, you know, all this stuff, it's far past over. But yet the fandom still goes, and the fandom is still strong. The Force is strong with the fandom, and they live long and prosper. I don't fucking know what else to say. I mean, a fandom can go on forever. And I guess a lot of people are saying that as long as there's one Brony, at least if there is one Brony in the world, the fandom will never die. And the Brony population will never die. Because there's always that one Brony. In a way that is true. I mean, the My Little Pony fandom may never die. Because there's always going to be someone that's a fan of the show, or they're in their 20s and 30s when the show is far past over, and then they look at and look through their old box of stuff, see all the ponies that they've collected throughout the years, all the DVDs and stuff, and go back and just like remember all the old times. And then it was kind of the same way with me and Bakugan. I kind of got out of that for a while. I mean, I still love Bakugan. I always have, but I kind of got out of it for a little while because I had Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, other anime, and other toy lines to deal with, like My Little Pony. But I always had Bakugan basically somewhere in my mind. Somewhere. I don't know where, but somewhere. And I was going through, going back into the basement looking for something. I think I was looking for a GameCube game. Or whatever. I don't know why there'd be GameCube games in the basement, but I guess so. I'm missing the whole bunch of them. I guess. But I saw a Bakugan, and I'm like, yes. I remember when I got this one. I remember completely when I got this one. And I remember, how I got started with Bakugan. I remember how I got started with all these different things. I got started in Bakugan because we were going to an appointment that I had with one of my psychiatrists at the time. And then we stopped to go to McDonald's. It was either before or after that. After the appointment, I think. They had Bakugan there at the time. And this was, I think, during the probably new, not new Vestroya, probably the original Vestroya days, the back in the day Battle Brawlers. And I was like, okay, what's a Bakugan? At this point, I didn't care. I just wanted the toy. That's basically why I went to McDonald's all the time. And then it said something on the box to watch the show, and I'm like, fine, I don't give a fuck. Fine, I'll do it. And so I did it, and I got hooked. God damn it, McDonald's, you got me started on Bakugan. That's all it comes down to. If I hadn't went to McDonald's that day, I wouldn't have found out what Bakugan was. And I probably wouldn't be as hardcore of a fan now if I did see it now. But the reboot is kind of blah. I mean, it's okay, but if anybody who's seen the original knows that there is some shit that's wrong. But that's just the way it goes. Reboots are never as good as the OG shows. But also, unless it's My Little Pony we're talking about, My Little Pony is life. Friendship is Magic has done everything right, as opposed to the 3 generations before that. So enough talking about ponies and fandoms and stuff, because I feel like that's going to take a big part of the fucking God damn it, the podcast. Why can I never think of the word podcast? Fuck. So let's talk about video games, because that's what I've been doing on this channel for a little while now. Whether it be zombies or Pokemon or whatever. So, with video games, there's a lot to go with. There's a lot of games and stuff out there. And I'm not talking about physical copies and digital ones like Steam or whatever. I'm talking about also Android games. The App Store, Google Play, fucking all that bullshit. Well, damn, there's a lot of weird shit. Okay, so these are really common, and this is kind of going back to My Little Pony as well. But there is a weird side of the fandom and the App Store where you can find these things, apparently. Fluttershy Birthing Simulator. You basically take control as Fluttershy, or whatever, and you have her give birth. What the fuck? What the fuck were they thinking with this? I have no fucking idea. This makes no sense. Why would they make something so weird? At least, my idea for a video game would be good. It would be a good idea. And just yeah. And then there's another one where you help Twilight Sparkle give birth. Both the pony version and the human version. The Equestria Girls version. What the fuck? Why? Just why? Okay, I'm done talking about shitty, weird mobile games. I've played my fair share of those. Let's talk about what got me started into gaming. So back in the day, I was born. The year 2000, January 16th. 2000. I was born. I was goddamn born, okay? I was birthed. I was born. I did stuff. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I did something. And then throughout, like, basically, throughout the day when I was born to the age of, like, 5.5, I was always abused by my father, Brian. My so-called father. I'm using air quotes here. You can't see it because it's mostly audio only, with just the background of, like, my channel icon or some weird shit. I don't fucking know yet. But I was abused by him, raped, attacked, whatever. You name it. It happened to me. It was bad. But in between those times where he would abuse me and rape me, the only thing I had to do, really, to escape all that madness was to play video games. I had the PS2 back in the day. I had Max Payne, Devil May Cry. I think I had a Grand Theft Auto game. I can't remember, but I swear I had something that was Grand Theft Auto related. And a lot of other games. So basically, I kind of grew up with mature video games. Like I said, Max Payne, Devil May Cry. I think I played the sequel, Max Payne 2. I'm not sure. But when I got the GameCube, because my mother Amy, she used to work at Target. I'd actually like to work there at some point, but they had GameCubes. I guess she bought one, brought it home, basically for the family. But later on, it became my GameCube when we moved here. Pretty much, it was my GameCube. I adopted it as my own. But I played a lot of games on it. Now, I will give my so-called father, Brian, credit for one thing. One thing he did right. Teach me how to play games like Mortal Kombat. I mean, yeah, I probably would have played those games anyway. I probably would have found some way to play them in the future. But at that point in time, he taught me how to play Buffy the Vampire Slayer Chaos Bleeds, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, and I think it was Super Smash Bros. Melee. I'm pretty sure there may have been another game out there, I'm not sure. But I had a decent collection on the GameCube at the time. So the GameCube is more of my system, I guess you could say. More of my, my favorite system of all. It's my favorite system of all time, and it's the one that I grew up with the most. Because when we moved from Dayton, Ohio to here in Racine, we pretty much left the fucking PS2 at my Uncle James's house in Dayton. So he has the fucking PS2. So I didn't have much time with the PS2, So that's why I don't have much memories of it. And that's why I have way more memories of the GameCube, and why the GameCube is more nostalgic for me. And that's why Mario Kart Double Dash is my all-time favorite game. It's because I have a lot of memories with that game. I have a lot of nostalgic memories of that game. Because that was the first GameCube game I think I've ever played. And continue to play to this day. And, you know, throughout history, I've played the Wii, I've played the DS, I've played the PS2, PS3, PS1. I think I may have played a demo trial of the PS4 at one point, at like Walmart or GameStop or something, I can't remember. But I played, you know, the PS1, 2, and 3. I played the Atari 2600, the actual OG Atari 2600, not that shitty at-games version, but the real Atari. I played the Sega Genesis, the real Sega Genesis, because I guess in our family, I had to deal with multi-generational consoles. Yeah, the PS2 and the GameCube, but I also had the Sega Genesis and the Atari 2600. And so, I'm just over here collecting video games now, and you know, I'm also playing the Xbox 360, and I'm playing, you know, a lot of things. My modded Wii I use to play NES, SNES, Game Boy Advance, GameCube even, because I mentioned in another video, or maybe a future video, I have no idea, depending on if this will be uploaded first or not. If this is uploaded first, in my future video, if the other video is uploaded first, then my past video. Yeah, it's that confusing, apparently. But the thing is that as a hardcore gamer, I play everything. A lot of people, they're like, oh, you don't want to play Superman 64. Oh, you don't want to play E.T. on the Atari. Oh, you don't want to play this game or that game because they're horrible. They're the worst games ever. They make you want to fucking kill yourself and stuff like that. Well, I play everything. I play the good games like Mario Kart Double Dash. I play Pokemon, Sonic, Mario, like Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. Other games, yeah, I play the good games, the great games like Halo, Diablo 3. I'll play anything. You give me a video game for a system that I have, I will play it. If you give me a video game for a system I don't have, you'd better give me the system too, otherwise I can't play it. That makes sense. But I'm a collector, mostly. I mean, yes, every time I buy a video game, or get a video game, like let's say I go dumpster diving, right, and I collect video games that way, because some idiot threw it away when it's functional, like in the case of the 360 that I have. I made a video on that a little while ago, maybe a week or two ago, and I'm still shocked that they threw it away. It was a fully functional Xbox, and the games that were in the dumpster as well were Modern Warfare 3, Gears of War 2, or maybe 3, I think it was 2, and a lot of other awesome badass games that I would play. Even NBA 2K11, which I really fucking hate because it's a fucking basketball game. I hate sports games, but I'll play them because they're video games. The thing is, you know, I will even play the shit. I'll play the shittiest games on the earth. I'll play the most defunctional controller games that don't have any functional working mechanisms in the game. That you can move backwards or forwards or tank controls even. Like, you know, Resident Evil, I'll play that. And that game's fucking awesome, by the way. It started the whole survival horror thing, franchise and whatever. But I will pretty much play anything you throw at me. I don't care what it is. But like I said, every time I go either dumpster diving and I find a game or so, if I have that system, and if the system works, I will put it in the system and play it. If it does work, I will play it and test it out. Every game, basically what I'm trying to say is every single game that I own, that I have, pretty much, I play. it may take me a month or two to get around to playing it some more, because I have that many video games. Like, my GameCube collection is fucking huge right now, and it's a decent amount. Matter of fact, my GameCube collection and my Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color collection, I'm putting all three of those as the same thing because they're Game Boy. Those two, they make up the gist of my collection. They make up they make up most of my video game collection. Close second would either be my Nintendo Wii or my Xbox 360 collection, because I'm actually growing that now because I have a new 360 that actually works. So take advantage of that while I still can, pretty much. But I'll play just about anything, video game wise. And in case you don't know, this is mostly a getting to know more about me kind of video podcast. It's not really a video, it's more audio, but it's more like a podcast on YouTube. It's basically a video because it has to be a video to upload it, which is fucking weird. And speaking of YouTube, I kind of want to talk a little bit about the fuck-ups that YouTube has done. Oh, where the fuck do I begin? So, a year or two ago, I made that beautiful threshold mark of 10,000 views, which is what you needed to have, to get monetized, to get AdSense on your account, and, monetized and, get paid for making content, pretty much. Which, if I had that, I would probably be rich now. Because at one point, I could make up to $7 an hour, or not an hour, $7 a month. And I've been doing YouTube pretty much for like fucking 24 months, so like 2 or 3 years after that, and now I'm still doing videos. So if I were to get paid, I would have a lot of money now. But YouTube done fucked up. Here's the thing, it was either because PewDiePie said the N-word or something, or he did his whole death to all Jews thing that he did, it was mostly just a comedic thing. Yeah, it was dark humor, but it was whatever. So yeah, either that or Logan Paul showing the dead body that tipped the iceberg. One of those two things. I don't know when Logan Paul showed the dead body. I don't know when PewDiePie was being racist, apparently. But the thing is, YouTube decided to fuck everyone over and raise the qualifications for monetization. Which is stupid. Why not punish PewDiePie, or I know they're celebrity YouTubers. I know they're fucking famous as all fuck. PewDiePie now has 100 million subs. He got married to Marcia. Which, congratulations to you, by the way, PewDiePie. I know you're not watching this, but congratulations anyway. So, he's got a lot going for him now. But, at least have something. If some major league YouTuber does something wrong, like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, any of the Paul brothers, Logan or Jake, or anybody else, if any of those major league YouTubers do or say something wrong, you should punish them and not everybody else. I mean, even if you do just let it slide and be like, oh yeah, he's a major league YouTuber, he's a celebrity, no need to do any punishment because we might fuck everything over. You've already fucked everyone over by pretty much raising the monetization requirements. I'm still trying to get the 4,000 hours watched and 1,000 subs. That's what I'm trying to do, but I mean, that's not really... yeah, I want to do that. I want to get paid for making videos, because that could be my job. While I have nothing better to do, while I have whatever, I could just be like, oh yeah, I'm making money from YouTube, I don't have to work right now. Because I don't have my own place. If I had my own place, then I would be working at like Subway or McDonald's or Target or somewhere like that. Because YouTube ain't cutting it, you know? YouTube doesn't cut it for a lot of people. But, you know, even if I was doing YouTube on the side, still getting paid from YouTube while my usual job, right? Which I don't have one yet. But I'm trying to get one. I'm trying to work at Subway. But, anyways, so like, even if YouTube paid me like even $2 or $3, I don't really care. Which I think that's where I'm at now. I don't know how much I can actually get now if I got monetized. But because they raised the requirement, the requirements for monetization, I haven't been able to get paid for my videos. I haven't been able to get monetized or any of that. Another thing that they've done wrong is they've unsubscribed people from me. I'm losing subs sometimes because, I mean, I get it. 1 or 2 people. I mean, my channel does that from time to time. 1 or 2 people leave. Maybe the same come back. I don't know. I don't know who's subscribing and who isn't. Okay, I know the majority of human civilization isn't. But I don't exactly know who unsubscribed and who resubscribed. So I also don't really care. But you know, if you want to subscribe, do so now. Do so, because I got some great things coming. I got some great videos planned, and I'm doing my best to get HD quality videos. I'm doing my best to get other quality content out there. You know, just trying to do my best. But you know, YouTube is unsubscribing people. It's been an issue for a while. I think it still is. I all the time find myself unsubscribed from Markiplier, PewDiePie, and Jacksepticeye. I go on YouTube, right? I type in Markiplier, or I go and see one of his recommended videos, right? Or I do the same thing with PewDiePie. When I click on the video, it flashes red. You know, the red subscribe button. Meaning that I have not subscribed to him. Or them. And I'm like, I fucking subscribed to you. So I keep clicking the subscribe button. The next day, the same thing. I don't know what YouTube's problem is, but I've had that issue before. Like I said, 1 or 2 people unsubscribing, I get it. But 10 or 20 subscribers gone within a fucking day? Come on, YouTube. Quit fucking with me. And if you do this, and if you somehow fix it, bring me back the subscribers that I had. You should have something in your database that tells you, oh, this person subscribed to William Clark, oh, this person subscribed to Neko Fluttershy, oh, this person subscribed to this person, or that person, this person. You know, that's what you should do. Acknowledge your mistake. Acknowledge that you fucked up, and fix it. Fix what you broke, pretty much. And another thing that they've done wrong is the whole copyright thing, where they can let anybody abuse the copyright system and flag videos for no reason. Some people have been like, oh, okay, you know, some people have copyrighted their own voice. And it's not because they sound like a certain celebrity YouTuber or a certain person in general, like maybe John Travolta or whatever, no. Or Johnny Depp. No, I mean, they use their actual voice, like I'm doing right now, and they get demonetized and copyright struck by some asshole who's a fucking no-name that has like maybe 1 or 2 subs, maybe, and just a nobody, pretty much. And it's always fucking confusing and hilarious when YouTube does this, because it's like, why are you so fucking stupid? Why are you horrible? You know, YouTube, fix your fucking program. Now, the problem mostly is the CEO of YouTube right now. I forgot her name, but she's fucking it up. She is fucking it up. Ever since she took charge as the CEO of YouTube, shit's gone downhill. Shit has gone so bad and so wrong. The last YouTube Rewind got so much dislikes. And yeah, because of the bullshit that she's doing. Now, YouTube hasn't done anything right for a while. You know, again, unless it's the big name YouTubers like Markiplier, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, whatever, you know, they don't care about us. They don't care about the small people. They don't care about the YouTubers that are trying to make it big. That are trying to change their life around and make a living. I mean, I get it. You can't just give money to people that don't deserve it. Like, people with 0 subscribers and no videos, and hence no views. Those people, fuck them, okay? Yeah, they're watching content and stuff, but maybe they're not trying to go with YouTube. They're not trying to do videos. And if they're not doing videos, they shouldn't be getting paid as such. But people like me, who have been doing YouTube for several years, and who has a decent following, I like to think that 350 plus subscribers is pretty damn good. Alright, yeah, I want more, but who doesn't, right? Who doesn't want more? But, 355 or 6 subscribers, that's fucking awesome. And I thank you all so much for that. And my views, it's like every single video that I post, I either get at least 1 view. So, I am getting some views. And if it's something like The Walking Dead, Road to Survival, or something that I find interesting, that I just post, sometimes I get like 20 or 30 views. Maybe. One time I got like 40 plus views. And I'm trying the best that I can to bring epic content. I'm trying to find some way to get better, quality cameras and better quality videos out there. That I go to the library every single day. So I probably should be at that right now, but fuck it, I'm doing a podcast. And I have to pretty much just do HD quality videos, high definition, high quality videos. At least 30 frames per second. Anything lower than that, I don't really consider to be a good video. Either 30 frames per second or 60. At like 1280 by 720, I believe. Which is, at that point, high definition. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do more high definition videos, more high quality videos. But sometimes you're going to be seeing some shit. Because I'm using the iCamera and I really want to do commentary and play games like Farm or Town or Transit, from Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Zombies, or play Paper Mario 1000 Year Door or some shit like that, Sometimes I gotta have commentary and sometimes I gotta do shit. Now, personally, yes, I do believe that anybody can be a celebrity on YouTube. Even though nowadays it's mostly impossible. And I also don't think that quality matters. As long as you can see me, or see what's going on, and understand what's going on, unless the game makes no sense, or whatever, and you can hear me pretty well, and the audio of the game, I don't think it should matter what the video looks like. Shit, a lot of people, if you see their first video, you will find out they suck ass. Like, they're just getting started. You can tell that they're not established, that they're not as good as they are now. It takes years to acquire high definition video and actually get yourself established and knowing what you're doing, pretty much. But the thing is, sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. And yeah, I get it. Sometimes I fuck up in videos and the audio sucks or the visuals suck or both. And sometimes, I have no idea what I'm saying. Okay, most of the time. But, I'm trying to do what I can. I don't go by a script. I don't do a lot of research on things. I just go by what I see on YouTube. right? Some of the videos that I see on YouTube of a specific topic. So there's that, and I'm like, leave me the fucking alone. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying to make content that's good. I'm trying to do content that is worthy. It doesn't have to be Markiplier quality. It doesn't have to be PewDiePie quality. It doesn't have to be, Jacksepticeye quality. It doesn't have to be the quality of some big name celebrity YouTuber. I mean, it's obvious that they're gonna have the best of the best. They have the money to back it up. They have the money for a gaming PC. They have the money to buy a better quality camera, a graphics card, capture card, the best PC in the world. They have the money to buy headsets that are beautiful, cameras, microphones, and editing software, and all that. They have that money to make their videos great. And if they don't know how to edit, they have someone else do it for them. Like one of their friends or stuff. So, it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't, it would be great if it was. But I don't care about quality. And that's pretty fucking obvious. However, I am trying to have better quality. If that makes any sense. Like, I don't care if my videos suck ass or not. That's just the way that's the way my videos will go. Pretty much for a while, because I'm living in a shithole. I'm living in Racine, Ohio, which is the worst possible place to be right now, and in general. Don't come here. Just don't. There's a lot of issues going on in Meigs County and Ohio as a whole. And yeah. So I wouldn't recommend really visiting, maybe visit Ohio, but don't live here. Because of things that are going on here. Yes, there's violence and blood and shit everywhere you go, but Ohio is becoming a little worse, actually, because it's fucked up. Now, I don't want to get into politics. That's not what I do here on the channel. That's also not what I do as a whole. But Trump is fucking things up. Okay? That's just the way things go. He was basically the reason why the Texas shooter in El Paso did what he did. He basically had in his manifesto and was basically saying all that what Trump said. So, yeah. Trump is the cause of El Paso. Now, Dayton is the same thing, I think. And because of him, these shootings are becoming more frequent and more aggressive. And I feel bad for the school people, the people that go to school. Because, who's next? How many school shootings are there going to be now? Because of all this shit. Well, I don't know. I hope none. But I know it's not really going to happen because it doesn't matter how much protection you have. You could have plexiglass that you can't break through. You can have security check you and stop you and stuff to make sure you don't have any weapons. You can do that. But what's stopping the guy from shooting the people that are checking and then going inside the building and killing everyone else? What's stopping them from doing that? You can't really stop violence. Violence will always happen, sadly. But one thing you shouldn't be doing is blaming video games on it. Yeah, video games may have something to do with it. Maybe. Like, 1 or 2%. Maybe. But it's not enough. It's more so mental health and mental illness that causes people to do what they do. It's not the video game's fault. Video games can't physically hurt you. Even if someone slaps you in the face with a steel bookcase of Modern Warfare 3, that game won't hurt you. It's not like you're gonna step on the game and it's gonna stab you in the throat or some shit. Like, no. Video games don't do that. Guns aren't, guns are somewhat the problem. Somewhat. Because, well, Walmart is selling guns, but... Okay, So Walmart is stupid. Walmart's being stupid, and so is Dick's Sporting Goods. This ain't making a lick of sense, right? So, Walmart wants to get rid of video games from their stores. Now, I don't really care much about that, because I don't really buy my video games from Walmart. I go to GameStop, or I go to Amazon or eBay. I go pretty much anywhere but Walmart for my video games, unless I absolutely have to. But they're not getting rid of their guns. Guns are what, in a way, I mean, these people are shooting the guns, and so they have more likely access to firearms now than before. Because the Walmart that we have in Mason, West Virginia, they sell guns. Then again, West Virginia is a gun state, pretty much. Almost everybody has a gun in West Virginia. Especially around this part of the area, where there's a lot of woods and stuff for hunting and stuff, and self-defense and protection and whatnot. But the problem here is that these people are not using guns for self-defense. They're not using guns for hunting, unless it's hunting humans. I mean, that's it. But we've already got gun shops. You don't need to sell them at Walmart. And yeah, you don't really need to be selling video games at Walmart either, because, I mean, there's a lot of other places you can go that have video games. But why are you getting rid of video games when video games are not the issue? And, you know, I mean, it's good. I feel bad for this day and age, this generation. And my friend DJ Judson, that fucking asshole, he said something as well about feeling bad for this day and age, you know, this generation of gamers, because they may not grow up playing games like Halo, Call of Duty, or whatever. They may not grow up playing video games at all, because the media is attacking video games. The media is out to destroy video games and make them out to be the worst thing that's ever happened to planet Earth. And you know, video games, and they want to ban video games altogether. From what I've heard something about that, you know, from certain places on the internet. And in general, I've heard they want to get rid of video games and flat out ban them. Well, if you're gonna ban video games, you'd better be ready for a goddamn fight. Because I'm not getting rid of my games. I don't care if I die. I am not getting rid of my games. I worked hard to get these games. Unless you're gonna pay me the money to, you know, the money that I paid for these games, you're not getting them. And you may not get them even if you do pay. Because they're my games. I don't care what anybody else says. But another problem I do have is, like, they always, every time a shooting happens, and this would be cool if it's like 1 or 2 times, but every time there's a shooting, every time there's any sort of mass violence in the world, they always blame video games as the culprit in the US. And they say video game sales are the problem. Almost everybody has a video game nowadays. At least one. Either old school Pong or next generation GTA 5. You know, or anywhere in between. Someone has a video game in their possession. Almost everybody does. But here's the problem. South Korea has video games. The UK has video games. Australia has video games. Germany. All these a lot of places in the world have video games. Not just the US. And look at how these countries are turning out. Look at Japan. Basically, they're the innovators of video games. I don't know where Atari was formed, but Nintendo was made in Japan. The NES was the Famicom in Japan. Then they made the NES here. And in the European countries. And before that, they made video games. You know, they made video game systems. TV, Fun, something or other. 16 or... I don't know what it was. But Nintendo made video game systems before the NES. So, Nintendo, I mean, basically Japan is the leader of innovation when it comes to video games and everything else. So you're telling me that video games are causing violence here in the States, but everywhere else it's fine? Like, oh, don't blame video games for the problems in the UK. Don't blame video games for the problems in Japan, if there are any. You know, just blame it for the ones here in the States. You know, everything's okay as long as we blame video games. That makes no sense. And there is something that Boogie2988 basically, shout out to you, by the way. I don't think you're watching it, but if you are, cool. What he either he retweeted it or he made a post himself. I forgot which one. Basically saying the sales in video games in different countries and the amount of deaths due to shootings and whatever from all this. The U.S. is the leader in mass shootings and death. The UK, Japan, South Korea, anywhere else in the world that is not the US, they have a lot of video game sales too. But guess what? Their death rate due to mass shootings, they are so low, it's nothing to worry about pretty much. It's generally way more safe than here. The problem here is mental illness, mental health, and the fact we got an idiot president in charge. Those three, you know, because Trump is saying things and doing things that inspire these people to go out and commit these crimes. And it's always horrible when these things happen. You know? It's always sad when you lose people that you love and you care for, all because some idiot has access to a gun and, you know, supports Trump and just bang, 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 you know? But I don't know. I forgot who it was, but there's some bitch here in Ohio, one of the major league players of Ohio, either the mayor of Dayton, I think it was, or something like that. She blamed it on video games, blamed it on marijuana, transgender people, you know, the LGBT community, and she blamed it on pro athletes. Oh yeah, you know, the shooting that happened in Dayton and El Paso, all because of pro athletes. Yes, Usain Bolt running as fast as he fucking can, shooting people, all the while still running and gunning pretty much. Do you know how stupid you sound when you fucking, you know, do that, when you say that? It makes us question, how far from this earth are you? Are you from another dimension? Are you from a dimension of deranged, psychopathic, goddamn fucking pro wrestlers? Oh yeah, Jake the Snake is going around murdering people while he's doing a fucking backflip or smackdown, whatever the fuck. I don't know anything about wrestling. But, you know, and these pro athletes are the ones that are committing these mass crimes because I'm from another dimension where this happens, and in this dimension this happens too. I don't get it. I don't understand why people can be so stupid. Right? People are so insane. I swear, more people need to be put in an insane asylum. Fucking lock them in a straitjacket or something where they can never, ever get out because they need it. They're fucking... These politicians are dumb as fuck. Like I said, I don't want to get too political, but fuck it. Sometimes you gotta have to do... You gotta fucking do it. Sometimes you have to fucking... Just do it. Just do it! Do it! Yesterday, you said tomorrow, or something like that. And tomorrow is today. So just do it! Do it for Shia LaBeouf. Do it for that crazy nut. Anyways, guys and gals, that is it for this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this whatever. I mean, it's really simple to set up, really easy to do, and I really do hope you enjoyed this podcast. It's just a podcast. I mean, I'm probably going to be doing more in the future. Maybe a whole series. and I might just say fuck it. I might just do this from now on. Nah, I'm fucking around. I'm not gonna do this, in all my videos. I might do it a couple times until I run out of things to talk about and ideas and stuff. But this kind of this podcast kind of gives you a little insight on what I think on certain things, and also you get to know a little bit about me and what I do just on YouTube if you hadn't seen any of my other videos, or just in general things that I like, things I'm interested in, my thoughts on things I'm interested in, and whatever else. Now I'm probably gonna have to go to the library and just edit the fuck out of this thing while I'm uploading some other video. I don't know. But anyways, guys and gals, that's it for this video. If you like this video, give this video a like. And if you thought this one too, don't forget to comment down below your thoughts on the whole damn thing. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon down below to get notified of my future uploads and live streams and whatever the fuck else I do. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, people, and brohoof. That's actually probably not gonna work. You know what? Fuck it. Actually, in these podcasts, I'm not gonna do the peace out and brohoof, because I'd rather do those in regular videos and not podcasts. Yeah. Anyways, I'll see you later, people.